No, it's too late. Woo!
Woo!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen to that music.
Yeah.
I'm in the mood.
Hey,
I mean, I'm always in the mood for weigh-ins.
Yeah.
But now I'm really in the mood. What's up, everybody? This is the voice of Alexander K. Lee, here for you for MMA Fighting's UFC San Diego official weigh-ins show. It is obviously a little bit earlier on site, where we have everyone's favorite reporter, Jose Youngs.
That's not
Hello.
Jose.
That is the view that Jose is providing us. Of course, Jose will, I'm sure, say hello later. And producer extraordinaire, I was gonna say all good in Inglewood, no longer. But where are you now in California, Casey Leiden?
I am in beautiful Gardenia,
Gardenia,
California.
Oh, like in the song, the what you want by the Beastie Boys. I'm the LS MFer from here to Gardenia. That's the Gardenia. I assume that's the Gardenia he was talking about.
Main event, Marlon Chito Vera.
All right, guys, we're gonna shut up because here comes Chito Vera.
All right, contract weight is 136. Straight ahead, don't kill, please. Official weight 135.5 for Marlon Chito Vera.
135.5 for Marlon Vera. Chito not wasting time, making a statement.
Next to the scale, Gabriel Benitez.
Gabriel Benitez going back up to 155. He's kind of been bouncing around 145, 155. He's had a lot of trouble making 145, so this time we'll be back at lightweight.
Official weight 155 pounds for Gabriel Benitez.
There you go, 155 for Gabriel Benitez. Has never missed.
Championship weight.
Championship weight.
Making a statement.
Well done, Mowgli. Again, he has never. Oh, here comes his opponent, Charlie Ontiveros. So, Charlie Ontiveros, who made his debut, if you remember, a couple of fights ago, at 185. This is his second appearance at 155 in the UFC. So, Casey, fingers crossed, get that music ready.
Is it true his friends call him Chuck?
I wouldn't know because I'm not one of them, so I cannot speak to that. So,
You do not have friends.
Exactly. I don't even know. I barely understood your question.
What is this word?
Official weight 155 pounds for Charlie.
155. Both gentlemen at championship weight, and that fight is now official.
Oh. I like this song. I'm just gonna play it the whole time.
All right. I mean, when both guys make championship weight, we should do a different music.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you need championship weight music. You're right.
I'm sorry, guys. That caught me off guard. All right, Ariana Lipski, who weighed in last week and missed weight. This will be at bantamweight now. We'll talk about the whole situation in a second, actually.
Official weight 135.5 for Ariane Lipski.
135.5 for Ariane Lipski. Again, this is a bantamweight bout. This is her bout with Priscilla Cachoeira, which was pushed back a week. Is a bantamweight bout. We'll talk about that more in a bit. Here is one of the debuts I know people are most excited about. Yasmin Jauregui, who is 8-0 and was a standout for Combate Global recently.
Contract weight is 116. Official weight 114.5 for Yasmin Jauregui.
114.5. Haregi on weight for her UFC debut. Well done. Get a lot of hype around this prospect. 114.5. Coming in a bit under.
Is she a former atom weight, or she just she just weighs
just
it
made
around?
it.
Next to the scale, Gerald Burchard.
Gerald Mearshart, the veteran, tough fight against Bruno Silva coming up. This guy does not say no to any opponents.
He has to have the most professional fights on this card, right?
I would imagine so. Yeah, I'll take a look at that, but and probably by a margin as well.
$185. Official weight 185 pounds for Gerald Mearshart.
185 on the dot for GM3, Gerald Mearshart.
Next to the scale, Yasmin Lucindo.
And now the other Yasmin's opponent, Yasmin Haregi's opponent, Yasmin Lucindo.
Is the other Yasmin, is she known as Zombie Girl? Who is Zombie Girl?
Oh, boy. That's Priscilla Cachoeira.
Oh, never mind. That was just...
This is Yasmin also making a debut.
Does the fighter have to change your name? The losing fighter have to change your name?
I mean, they kind of already have different names, so.
No.
Official weight 116 pounds for Yasmin Lucindo.
116 for Yasmin Lucindo. Good for her. She actually normally competes at 125 pounds. I believe this is the first time she has dropped to 115 in quite some time. So that fight with Yasmin Haregi is now official.
Next to the scale, Priscilla Cachoeira.
And here comes Zombie Girl Priscilla Cachoeira. Again, this will be at 135.
There we go. Let's go, Zombie Girl.
136. Official weight 135 pounds for Priscilla Cachoeira.
135 for Priscilla Cachoeira. Her fight with Ariane Lipski this time is official.
Well, this is fun.
I'm having a lot of this. Is great. Again, it was nice to see Lipski and Cachoeira again out because again we'll talk again in a bit how that fight ended up here. There's a Whit Quinlan fight that also ended up here in a weird way. Angela Hill, Lupita. There's actually quite it's interesting how this card came together. I know it's not the most talked about card, but
who's this?
Let me double check. You have quite a few inexperienced faces, to put it nicely.
134. Official weight 134 pounds for Damon Blackshear.
Oh, this is a newcomer. Yes, this is Mr. Damon Blackshear.
Is it 130 what?
Hold on. That was 134. 134. Sorry, guys. We're all juggling multiple things here. Yes, that is for his former Cage Fury champion, Damon Blackshear. 134. Stepping in on, I want to say about 10 days notice, I think. Yeah, 10 days notice for Christian Quinones. Oh, sorry, we got someone weighing in already.
Is this Josh Quinlan?
I believe it is.
What a main.
Official weight 175 pounds for Josh Quinlan.
175 for Josh Quinlan. That's actually I know people are like, oh, 175. That's actually well under. So this fight was pushed back. It's a 180 catch weight bout. So he's actually I believe Josh Quinlan is actually 5 pounds under what he could have weighed in. We'll see what Jason Witt comes in at. I don't know if they changed it, but he is not overweight. Josh Quinlan did not miss weight.
Official weight 145.5 for Nate Landwehr.
145.5 for Nate Landwehr, who is in the de facto
David Onama.
Domain, if you want to call it that. And here comes his opponent.
Contract weight is 146.
We'll call this again a penultimate fight. That it is a fight I think people should be super excited about. I mean, this is just an amazing fight on paper. I'm glad we
super excited. Super. I mean,
oh,
Official weight 145 pounds for David Onama.
oh, 145 championship weight for David Onama, and the penultimate fight of UFC San Diego is official. Yeah, this fight is either going to be someone getting finished in an exciting way or a 3-round just like banger. This is going to be a great fight. Very excited for David Onama and Nate Landwehr. Nate Landwehr is essentially never in a boring fight, for better or worse for him. He's never in a boring fight. Oh, no more heavyweight Devin Clark.
205.
Official weight 205 pounds for Devin Clark.
That's 205 on the dot. Championship weight at light heavyweight for Devin Clark. Well, it was, you know what? Fat Devin Clark was fun for one fight at least. But he looks amazing on the scale today.
Like, the guy still has a 6-pack and we call him fat.
No. When he was at heavyweight, at heavyweight, yeah. I mean,
he had a 4-pack.
I know.
This is Yusuf.
This is Yusuf Zalal dropping down to 135. Trying to get something going on a 3-fight losing streak. So could be the change he needs. Yeah, it's tough. He started off 3-0. Yep.
Official weight 135.5 for Yusuf Zalal.
Oh, 135.5. So that is he's beaten the first part, and his opponent also made weight, Damon Blackshear. That fight's official. Yeah, very talented young guy. I think he's only just shy of his 26th birthday coming up soon, and still a lot of potential. So, just hit a bit of a rough patch, but against some good opponents. Maybe a weight class change for now is what he needs. Maybe he'll go back to 145 later. But yeah, Yusuf, very, very talented guy.
That little 3-fight losing streak snuck up on me. I wasn't. He hasn't. He hasn't fought in over a year. Okay,
and he's been out for a while. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All decisions too. It's not that he got like blown out in all these fights. Just better guys. Here's Bruno Blindado Silva, not to be confused with the flyweight Bruno Silva, the little bulldog. Excuse me. This is Blindado.
Contract weight is 186.
One of the most dangerous knockout artists at 185.
186.
Official weight 186 pounds for Bruno Silva.
186 for Bruno Blindado Silva. His fight with Gerald Meerschaert is now official. Hitting the pose, hitting a nice pose on the scale. Big smile.
Next to the scale, Nina Nunes.
Nina Nunes, her first fight in a while. This was also rescheduled from a recent card. So her fight was Cynthia Calvillo. So we'll see how she looks. This is still her flyweight debut.
Official weight 125.5 for Nina Nunes.
125.5 for Nina Nunes. So hopefully this time this fight will go.
What happened last time with that fight?
She got sick.
She got sick. Stomach illness.
Before the weigh-in? After the weigh-ins? I can't remember.
After.
Oh.
Yep.
125.5.
Official weight 125.5 for Cynthia Calvillo.
Oh, and there we go. There's Cynthia Calvillo. She has successfully went in at, did they say 125.5 as well?
Yep.
All right. Yep. And her fight with Nina Nunes is official.
Two former strawweights flighting at flyweight.
I believe Calvillo said she still plans to go back, and Nina Nunes said the opposite. I think Nina Nunes says she's hoping this will be her new weight class going forward. So interesting. They're kind of going in opposite directions here.
Oh, Angela Hill.
Angela Hill on the preliminary headliner.
At a catch weight of 120 pounds.
I would love to know how many 120-pound catch weight bouts there have been in the UFC. Not sound familiar to me at all.
119 and a half.
Official weight
119
for Angela Hill.
119.5. Again, that is a 120-pound catch weight bout, so she is on weight.
And it's 120 pounds because this fight was moved up, what, like 2 months? I think?
Yeah, so it's supposed to happen in October. And as Jose informed us prior to the show and reminded us that Angela Hill explained they just wanted to add some more fights to this card. They want to make a big splash in their return to San Diego. So why not get a name like Angela Hill on there? Up-and-coming star like Lupi Godita is on there. And there you go. That's a nice.
We have our first break.
We got a little break.
Official.
Oh, gosh, there's no mic to do the rundown. Casey, there's no mic to do the rundown.
Are you ready?
Casey, what do you think of this guy's mustache?
I was going to wear the same thing today.
I kind of like it. Yeah, the San Diego crew does look like super professional. Damn, they're like a well-oiled machine. Jose, what's the scale situation? How's the guy? I haven't been able to get a really good look. Like, how's he compared to like the Vegas? Is he using a pen? Is he? What's going on here?
I haven't.
Next to the scale, Dominic Cruz.
Here we go. Dom Cruz is here.
Well, there goes our break. All right.
All right.
Dominic Cruz.
136.
The bantamweight goat? We can call Dominic Cruz that?
Many would say.
135.
Official weight 135 pounds for Dominic Cruz.
135. Why not make championship weight, right? When you're the GOAT, why not make championship weight? That main event against Marlon Vera is now official. We love this. We love when there's no drama. Look at that. The top 3 fights already locked in. Again, fingers crossed, as Jose always reminds us, we have plenty of time before the actual card rolls around. And we know how MMA is. All kinds of weird stuff can happen. So, but I really hope, again, that we do get to see Marlon Vera, Dominic Cruz, Onama Landwehr, and Yasmin Jauregui and Yasmin Lucindo. Who, again, all fighters who have weighed in. Those are the top 3 fights on Saturday's card, all official. It just feels so early to do a formal rundown, Casey.
Yeah,
Feels too early. Yeah.
We can hold off.
Yeah, we still got people. We still got people coming.
We're not even 15. We're barely 15 minutes into this.
Plenty of time.
It's a marathon. It's not a sprint.
Yeah, that's right.
179 and a half.
Official weight 179 and a half for Jason Witt.
That is the other half of our 180-pound catch weight bout for anyone who has a heart attack. So Jason Witt is a half a pound under the agreed catch weight for his fight with Josh Quinlan, who came in 175, and that bout is now official. I'm tweeting out these weights, and I have to make sure I note in the tweet that it is a catch weight. Otherwise, we'll go back. What the hell? What the hell went wrong with Jason Witt? No, it is fine. It is a catch weight bout, and it's all good.
Contract weight is 266.
Who is this? I don't know who this is.
I believe this is another newcomer.
Martin Boudet?
No, his opponent.
Oh, Lucas. Bridget. I don't know how to say his name. I'll have to ask him later.
I'm waiting for Fitzgerald.
Oh, I missed his name.
Oh God! First time, guys. First time.
36 pounds for Lucas Dresky. 236 and a half.
236.5 for Lucas Bresky. Lucas Bresky from Poland. Was it?
Yeah, look at it.
No. Did you? Oh, you're just missing a Z, right?
Yeah.
That's
important.
Fine.
It's important.
I know. Apologies to Lucas Bresky. We did have it misspelled. It is Brzeski. But there we go. 236.5. his first UFC weigh-in. A little bit of a couple awkward moments there. Hey, it's your first time, but congrats, Lucas, on at least making it to the scale. Hopefully, his opponent Marcin Budai has no issue. Casey, you may remember Martin from a unfortunately dreadful bout with fan favorite Chris Beast Boy Barnett. A poor piece of matchmaking where Budai just wrestled Chris Barnett for 3 rounds.
That's called martial arts. He used the martial arts and defeated.
And he did not mix them.
He did not mix them.
He strictly used wrestling. So I support it.
I'm very upset with that statement.
I'm just saying it was not an entertaining fight. And
why wasn't it entertainment?
Jose,
he used one martial art and he dominated with one martial art.
If you're there,
that is awesome.
It ended in a technical decision. Was there a low blow? Do you remember what happened there? Oh, it was an elbow to the back of the head or something, right?
Oh, that fight. Yeah, that one sucked. Yeah,
sucked. And I think Chris Barnett, poor guy, I think he just like a legal blow to the back of the head. And I think he wasn't sure if he should continue or not. And then I think he wasn't sure if he would be a DQ or not, but it was in the 3rd round, so they just went to the cards. It was a very ugly situation.
But Chris Barnett was getting his butt kicked the whole fight.
He would have lost the decision if it had gone to the 15 minutes. He would have lost a unanimous decision.
I remember now.
It didn't. Yeah. So bad piece of matchmaking.
Yeah, it's one of those fights. I remember you watch and go, "Ooh, that was weird," and then 2 minutes later, like you just forget it ever happened. It's like it's like when you're driving to work and you're like, "How did I get here?" You
thought that was Martin Budai who just stepped to the scale. That's how much you remember that fight.
Yeah.
Okay, let's give it another second before we do a rundown. Just see if anyone else comes up because, wow, we only have a few. It looks like I'm looking like about 5 names left. So yeah, we could have ourselves a break. Let's give it a minute here. While we're waiting, let's talk about the Ariane Lipski Priscilla Cachoeira situation. Again, for anyone who isn't aware, who's wondering, like, didn't this fight happen last week? It was supposed to. They both weighed in. Priscilla Cachoeira successfully weighed in. Ariane Lipski did not. She missed weight by, I believe, 2.5 pounds.
She weighed in, though, right?
She did weigh in. Yeah. The bout was going to go forward as a catch weight, with Cachoeira receiving a 20% penalty of Lipski's purse. However, Lipski the next day was ruled that she wasn't fit to compete. So they said, okay, let's just push it back 1 week. Let's move it up a weight class. So it was flyweight last week. It is now a bantamweight bout. As you guys can see from the on-screen graphic, both fighters did successfully make weight. I am just a little confused as to whether Cachoeira received any money last week, as I believe she should have gotten her pay for showing up and making weight 125. And she should have received something, some sort of extra money because she was supposed to get 20% of Lipski's show money. But since there was no fight, and I assume Lipski wasn't paid, then I don't know how they worked that out.
Jose, was that talked about in the media day?
Say it again.
Was Priscilla Cachoeira, was she paid last week or 2 weeks ago, whatever the first fight was?
They were not at media.
Oh, they were not invited to media day. Wow.
Okay. We're just trying to figure out, like, because Priscilla Cachoeira deserves her show money and also part of Ariane Lipski's last week's show money, which she was initially promised before the bout was moved. And I get it. The UFC, if they say, listen, we just rescheduled your bout anyway, we're not going to pay you twice. So it's very likely, but I won't.
How is that? Okay, never mind.
I agree. It sounds silly, doesn't it? It sounds silly. She did her job. People can say what they want about Priscilla Cachoeira. I mean, I was very upset when she tried to, rip out Jillian Roberts' eye or whatever the hell happened in that fight. But whatever, she's still employed by the UFC.
That has nothing to do with what happened last week. Nothing.
So. Again, people cannot like her. You can call her a cheat, whatever you want. Either way, she's still employed by the UFC. She signed a contract for last week. She did her job according to that contract, and she showed up. So she should. I hope she got at least partial money, but she was also guaranteed 20% of Ariane Lipski's show money. I don't know how much they're making. I would imagine Lipski maybe makes more. I believe she's been in the UFC longer, and Cachoeira was supposed to get 20% of that. So we'll see. We'll get to the bottom of this eventually. I'm sure the Brazilian beast, Guilherme Cruz, if it comes down to it, we'll put him on it and he'll get the story. But either way, that fight this time is official. And I also want to say that Jason Witt, Grocia asking, did Hill miss weight or catch weight? It is a catch weight. It is a 120-pound catch weight. I don't know if there's ever been a 120-pound catch weight before in UFC history. Probably has been, but I mean, a pre-agreed upon. I don't know. But yes, that bout was supposed to happen a couple of months from now on a card in October. As Jose mentioned to us, it was because Angela Hill brought it up at the press conference. It was simply moved onto this card just to give this card a little more name value, which I do think helped. I think if you're looking at the card as it is, you could see she is one of the bigger names. Loopy's an up-and-comer. You want to give her a bit of a push as well. So because it was 2 months earlier, they said
no. When you're talking about have there been any 120-pound fights? I don't think so. But just the UFC bumping a fight up 2 months, just a not a championship level fight, just a fight between two ranked, or I don't know what do you want to call them, top fighters. This is very rare though for the UFC to just bump a fight 2 months for what seems to be just ticket sales. To be honest.
Sure, and not a bad idea. I mean, honestly,
no, that makes sense. That makes sense. They're a promoter; they have to sell tickets. Yeah,
I like that they gave the fighters an extra 5 pounds to work with, and that's great. Even though Angela Hill probably would have made 115 if she wanted to, because she's Angela Hill. Loopy is used to fighting. If it was up to Loopy, she'd fight every 2 weeks. So she's probably within.
They're both relatively small strawweights.
Yes,
too.
yeah, they're not massive strawweights, so they probably could have made it. But the fact they didn't have to, well
awesome.
done, good call.
That's
good call by them.
That's a win by the fans because you're going to get a better fight.
You're going to get a better fight. That's definitely a fight I think people should be looking forward to. Casey, I guess I want to mention, yes, we had one more fight moved to this card. This was a little confusing. So Jason Witt and Josh Quinlan was also supposed to happen last week. It got bumped because Josh Quinlan had some sort of positive test for metabolites. So I believe the implication was it was from a previous drug test he had failure he had. Though when I looked up the two stories, it looked like they were for different substances, but I'm assuming, again, based on what we heard from this was last week's commission. I think it was Andy Foster who spoke about it. Don't quote me on this, guys. I'm not an intelligent man. But either way, apparently Quinlan was cleared to compete this week in California. Last week's card was in Las Vegas, right? That was
that was Vegas. Yeah.
So now we're in California. He was cleared to compete in California. That was bumped up to a 180-pound catch weight. That is why Jason Witt, as you guys see in the graphic, 179.5, all above board, no problem. Josh Quinlan, 175, well under, all good in the hood. So yes, we had 3 fights moved onto this card, all changed weight classes. So far, so good. Just waiting on Lupi Godinez. Right? Casey, I didn't need to explain that. Everyone knew. Everyone understood the situation.
Yeah.
Right? That didn't
Actually, is this a thing? Like, is the show not sell out? Because I know that's always been the issue. That's why the UFC doesn't go to San Diego that much. There's just better things to do on a Saturday night than sit inside an arena and watch cage fights. Just more things to do. And San Diego's never been a hot ticket sales town. Much like Miami. Like UFC doesn't go to Miami because they just don't. It's hard to sell tickets there for some reason.
It's not like cruddy like Toronto up here where we have nothing to do with our lives except watch pro sports.
UFC, when we come to Toronto, please. Here's our money. Here's our fake Canadian money. It's not real, but
it's very colorful. It's very colorful. I don't know about the sellout streak. This might be a Jose question. Jose, are you there, sir?
What's up?
Someone asked, will the sellout streak end in San Diego?
That's tough. I don't know, because I know the Padres are in town as well, and obviously that's like they're really, really, really good. So I don't know. That's a good question.
They've got that Juan Soto fellow now.
Well, they're also playing the National,
Soto.
like in
Oh,
San
really?
Diego, so.
Oh, it's a blood match. Oh, it's personal.
Yeah.
See that actually could like legitimately bite into these sales. So yeah, if there is a relevant streak, that's a good question. I don't know who asked that, but we'll see.
Of all the traditional stick and ball sports, which sport has the biggest crossover? You think between MMA fans also watch baseball, or MMA fans?
It's got to be NFL. It's got to be NFL.
NFL.
Okay.
Yeah, it's got to be, right?
Because of the violence.
I didn't say it. The disregard for athlete behavior and safety. I'm just saying.
I got beat up on my Twitter because I talked about Antonio Brown.
He's not a good dude. I
didn't know that. I've never heard of the guy. But I've never heard of him. Is he good? Is he famous?
I mean, he was a great player. He was a great player.
Oh, he
He's
doesn't
one of
play.
the-
He doesn't play anymore.
He's weird. He's retired. I'm pretty sure he's retired. At least been
Calling
exiled. Right?
Antonio Brown great would be an understatement.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
call him great
He
is
was
an understatement.
the best.
Like he's one of the
Yeah, he
probably
was.
one of the best
At
wide
his
receivers of
peak,
all
he
time. Yeah.
was the best.
Oh,
Yeah.
so what was the but people were like crapping on because I was like this is a funny
I mean,
quote.
as a human, yes, the quote is funny, but as a
No,
human
no.
being,
So he has like some mental issues, like
Uh-huh.
from police. Showed up in helicopter media day, like sued by his like nutritionist or painter or something for doing something like real horrendous. Like he something with some mental issue thing was going on.
Oh, okay.
and very
Like,
public
there's
too.
a-
Very,
there
very, like very
was-
public. Like this
very
isn't
public.
like very public. This isn't like behind the scenes stuff. This is stuff like videos he's released of like him like comment. Yeah. He's like. This is like I'm trying to think of a comparison in MMA. Like think of like a strange person in MMA, like I don't know, like a Sean Strickland or like
Jason-
Apollo Costa or something like that. And like
No,
that
worse,
times
worse.
No,
Imagine,
but that
Jason-
times like 50. That's what I'm saying. That times like 50. Like think of a strange person in MMA, and it's like this guy. It's not even close.
There's
to
like
this guy's-
a photo of him when he like turned himself in. He was like in handcuffs and a bulletproof vest in the courtroom. Something happened. Concussions
All right.
or something. Like even like
right.
there was like a point when because you do like the cryo like freeze rehab thing. Like he stayed in too long and like frostbit his feet and then went home. It was very strange. It was very, very strange. Called the general manager of the Raiders some pretty awful things, like racial things, and then like left practice. And then in the middle of the game, he took his jersey off and his pads and like waved to the crowd and then left the stadium in the middle of the game. So something's not quite right.
It was surreal. That scene is still surreal. Like I've seen that clip and I'm like, how did that happen in real life? But I'll tell you something. This is how you know there is that crossover is because I haven't seen one comment yet that's like stop talking about the NFL. So there is definitely a crossover. If we were talking about like basketball or something, people are like, why are you talking about NBA? It's like
Let's talk about Tony Gwynn. I can talk about Tony Gwynn.
Can we talk about Tony Gwynn?
I just saw his statue yesterday.
That's cool. When Tony Gwynn was around, like I was really into baseball at the time, and like he was one of those players. Like he was like, you're like, man, I wish he played on our team. You just couldn't hate him. He was just like that guy. Like you don't even boo him. He's like, he's a good dude.
All right.
Wish he didn't chew so much tobacco, but nothing you can do about it now.
Should I do a rundown, Casey?
No.
Someone's coming?
We got questions. Let's do a rundown of the hour mark. We have 30 minutes. We'll do a rundown of the hour mark.
People can see the graphic. Yeah,
we're gonna do questions.
People can read. They don't need me to run this down for them like they're children. You're a strange person to me. Thank you, Jesse J. I'm a strange man. I'm a strange man. I love weigh-ins. If loving weigh-ins makes me strange, well, then I guess I'm Weird Al Yankovic. All right? Thank you.
That the Weird Al sound? Yeah.
I was trying to think of like who's strange. Oh, I could have said Casey, can we do that? Can we run that again? Can we edit?
Hold on. Here we go.
Okay. Can you show the question again? Yeah. 1 second. AK, you're a strange person. Let me tell you something. Oh, hold on. I messed up. Let me tell you something. No, keep rolling. Keep rolling.
Start over. Hold on. Here we go.
Here
we go. Oh, we got a question for you, AK.
Oh, okay. You're a strange person to me. Let me tell you something. I love watching weigh-ins. If watching weigh-ins makes me strange, well, I'm friggin' Benedict Cumberbatch.
Is he strange?
Oh,
I mean,
I get it.
Yeah,
I get it.
I
get it now.
That's more for the kids to get. I don't.
I
think
get it. That's an MCU thing.
There is a Weird Al biopic coming out. Did you saw the trailer for that?
Yes.
Thank you.
With Harry Potter with
Daniel Radcliffe.
Daniel Radcliffe. Thank you, Jose. Daniel Radcliffe. Excuse me. He's a fine actor who has done many things since Harry Potter. Daniel Radcliffe.
A Weird Al movie, like about. Oh wow.
Yes, and a real one, not the.
They're not remaking UHF because if they did that, that'd be pretty cool too.
There was a hilarious trailer that was made on Funny or Die like 10 years ago with Aaron Paul as Weird Al and a bunch of other cameos. It was so funny, and then they turned out, and now they're actually making a real movie. So,
whoa.
There you go. Yeah, it's pretty true.
I'm pretty sure I listened to that. What was that album called? That was with the Nevermind cover. But
oh my gosh,
I
own that.
listened to the album so much back in the day.
I love Weird Al. Weird Al's
Born to be, and you know, it's not just parodies. His originals are great too. Like Born to Be Stupid, awesome song.
so good. So good.
Jam.
Are you a
It's a
polka
jam.
guy as well? Are you a polka guy? No.
I love polka.
Do you?
Yeah. Are you kidding me? Public Enemy.
Oh, that's right. You're wearing a polka shirt. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
you're wearing a polka shirt. Oh, what am
Yeah.
I? Why am I even asking?
Yeah, I mean,
Noted,
people,
yeah.
people. I know they got famous for their rap, but really, if you're an old school head like me,
Yeah.
you know, Public Enemy was the P in public was for polka.
Chuck D, his true passion is the accordion. Like no one has ever seen him. Like if you have not seen Chuck D play the accordion, it's like, oh, you don't even know.
Yeah, but you know what? But we're here to talk MMA,
Oh, okay, let's talk about MMA.
not polka Public Enemy.
Are there more questions, or should we branch off into actual MMA topics in our own?
Oh,
Oh,
jeez.
that's fine. We've lost video.
That's fine.
We'll get it
That's
back.
fine.
We'll get it back. We'll get it back. Jose is on. We have Jose on site. When you have Jose on site, I do not worry about anything.
Why did the
Your camera's broke, or they turn the lights off.
Oh, it's the Undertaker.
Oh, okay. Oh no, now the
good?
alignment's all off.
Yeah, we're back.
Oscar needed to use my computer charger? And apparently that turns the camera off.
Yep. And the alignment went off. So we got a comment from Julio Gonzalez here.
Ooh.
Let me pull it
Okay,
up.
let's see. Julio
Next to
Gonzalez
the
just
scale, O.J. Osborne.
Oh, we have to read it later. We're gonna have to read
just
it
a
later.
long boo. Was there urns at the end? I think that was a boo urns, right?
Ode Osborne's up.
O'Day Osborne.
$125.
Official weight 125 pounds for O.J. Osborne.
125 championship weight for O'Day Osborne. He's got a tough veteran test ahead of him in Tyson Nam.
Oh, here we go. Here's a question for us.
Oh, there's so many good choices now. Adi Singh wants to know what current UFC fighter would make the best pro wrestler. I mean, do they mean actually good or like success? Well, let's say good, because successful, you could take a big name like Conor McGregor, John Jones, so that they're going to be.
Who are some current active pro wrestlers that were former UFC fighters that are? Tom Lawler is doing great right now. He's in the G1 Climax.
Sure. Brock Lesnar, Shayna Baszler, of course.
Shayna Baszler is doing awesome.
One of the best.
Marina Shafir. She never fought in the UFC, but she's a very successful pro wrestler.
Yeah, AEW. She's doing great.
To me, the best one was I cannot remember now. The Japanese young lady Kondo, Shugi.
Sayuri Kondo.
Oh, she's so good. She's in Stardom in Japan. Look for her stuff. Oh, she's amazing. Who else am I missing? I know there's got to be a few more.
Well, you keep going. I'm trying to figure out
Mitch Clark. Mitch Clark is wrestling.
Yes.
Who else? Of course, Josh Barnett.
Yep. I mean, he's been doing both for it. Really, he's more. He considers.
He was actually active in both. Yeah.
Yeah. Pro wrestling is his style.
But who be right now in the roster? Who would make a good pro wrestler?
Obviously, I'm looking at heavyweights right now. But you know what? None of the heavyweights are really jumping out at me as people who would necessarily just immediately take to pro wrestling. Maybe Alexander Romanov. He's got kind of a quirky personality, and again, like he would be like a suplex guy. He'd be just taking people to Suplex City. Like he'd be having a lot of fun with that.
I bet Derek Lewis with proper training. He's not gonna be like a flippy guy, but he'd be a good base. He's got killer head. He can do a super kick. I'm just saying.
He's a little too cool for school. I don't know if in that good pro wrestling way.
Chris Barnett.
Chris Barnett would be a lot of fun. Yeah, Chris Barnett would be a lot of fun. He's also a good athlete. He's a better athlete than people think he is, and so could pull off a lot of stuff. I could see that. Oh, I mean, I was just looking at the very top of light heavy. I'm going down the weight classes here. I think Yuri would be a really fun pro wrestler. I don't know if he has any I think he'd be so much fun. I just like his personality, the fact that he has such a unique, free flowing style. I think if you taught him a little bit of pro wrestling, and of course let him implement MMA into that, he'd be a great shoot style pro wrestler. I think he'd have
who would be a horrible pro wrestler? Dominic Cruz.
No, yeah, and I think he'd agree with you, and he'd be like,
Dominic Cruz would be a horrible pro wrestler.
I think he wants, and that's fine. I think he wants no part of that world. I think he'd be like, yeah, he would not take that as an insult. He'd be like, yeah,
Oh no, I'm not.
I don't want to.
All right, we're good on that.
I don't know if someone just said Angela Hill. I think. Oh no,
Angela Hill could wrestle.
Angela Hill would be
Angela would be a really good pro wrestler. Actually, I agree.
Yeah, she'd have so much fun doing it.
Dude, I'm so looking forward to that fight, Angela Hill versus Lupita. That fight is. I mean, I hate that fight because I am just big as a fan. I'm just big fans of their fighting styles and just who they are as people. And it sucks that one of them has to lose, especially someone like Angela, who just is unfortunately on a 3-fight losing streak. And her last fight against Jandiroba, that was just a horrible matchup for her. But Lupita is not that much better of a matchup.
Colby, Daniel Schuster, Colby. Yeah, Colby actually did. I don't know if he did a match, but I know he was involved with Impact Wrestling when Dan Lambert was working Impact Wrestling, doing some Impact Wrestling stuff. I know Colby was on screen. I don't remember if he actually did a match, but I believe he was involved in some sort of like segment. So
Kayla, obviously,
yeah.
Even though she tries to play it off, she would be really good.
Yeah, Addie Singh saying Kayla Harrison again. The look, she's got the mic skills now. She'd be really good if she wanted to do it. I think she could be really great at it. Yeah.
Just a reminder again, people. Angela Hill.
Yes.
That fight is at a catch weight, so
120.
At 120.
She's half under
because the fight has been moved up 2 months.
We got a couple of people saying Michael Chandler.
No, I don't think so.
You know, I think the mic skills, sure. Mic skills for sure. There's just something about his, and a great athlete as well.
Maybe.
But something about his style, I just don't see him.
You know what? In the
pro wrestler. Mic skills, sure. Mic skills, sure.
No, he's too short. I would say Vince McMahon would love a guy like him, but he's too short.
Tiny.
Yeah, he's too tiny. Yeah.
Tiny relative to pro wrestlers. Yeah. Oh, and there is no. That's true. Vince McMahon is not exactly making decisions for their WWE.
Why? Well, I know. But I was talking, in that era.
Sure. What else we got, Casey?
Okay. Hit us up with questions, guys. We have lots of time.
Yeah, guys. More questions, comments.
Here we go.
Okay. What do we got? Oh gosh, that's a good question. I was thinking about it today. J Ray B02 wants to know what happens if Angela Hill loses, or is she safe for now because she's doing the UFC a favor? Well,
she's safe.
She's done the UFC a lot of favors. Yeah. Okay. We'll talk. To be continued. This is a good question.
That is a sick mustache, by the way. It
works. It looks really good.
Contract weight is 120.
Official weight 119 pounds for Lupi Godinez.
119 for Lupi Godinez. That's a 180-pound catchweight bout with Angela Hill, and it is now official.
Oops.
All right, so there you go. That'll make a lot more sense to people now. I think anyone just tuning in, only seeing Angela Hill's weight, are like, what the hell happened? It is a catchweight bout, guys. Hopefully anyone hopping in later can kind of do the math themselves and figure that out. Same with, it's going to look really funny with Angela Hill, Lupi, and Jason Witt and Josh Quinlan, like what happened there. Again, 2 catchweight bout guys. We'll repeat it periodically. You guys can otherwise sort of figure it out for yourselves. Right, but good. Yeah, we can keep talking about Angela Hill, especially now that bout is official. She's done them a lot of favors. Yeah, she's done them a lot of favors, which is probably one of the reasons why she is still around.
And I'm sorry, I've seen a couple of comments. Everyone's like, "Oh, she's the Sam Alvey of strawweights." Oh, she has fought Sam Alvey. All of his losses, I don't think any of them were even top 15 fighters. That's kind of the issue of Sam Alvey. He wasn't losing to the best in the division. He was just literally losing to guys on the roster. So let's try to get that comparison out there. But yeah, if she does lose, yeah, she will be technically a 13-13 fighter. And is that right?
Yeah.
She will be 13-13 professionally. Her UFC record will be 8-13 if she loses. More importantly, her second stint is really her second round of the company. Mm-hmm. She'll be 7-11. So it'll be tough. I mean, it looks bad on paper, but again, like you said, who has she fought? Like, here's her recent fights: Vera Jandiroba, Amanda Lemos, Tisha Torres, Ashley Yoder, who she beat, Michelle Watterson, Claudia Gadelha. So those are her past 6 fights.
And there are many of those. I mean, we don't have to go into many of those fights were very close split decisions.
3 of those are
easily
splits.
Easily gone the other way.
3 were splits. 2 of those splits won Fight of the Night awards. So the record really is deceptive.
Yeah.
So it isn't just, yes, doing favors to the UFC for sure. They love her. She's an on-air personality as well. Like, she is very ingrained in the company in multiple ways, but also her performances have delivered. Like, when you put Angela Hill in there in Fight Night, you are going to get a good performance. That is just how things have been for her. The Vina Jandiroba matchup was a little bit tougher, but outside of that, 3 very close split decisions. Again, 2 of those won Fight of the Night. She's really good with the media. Yeah. The UFC really likes her. I don't think even with a loss, that she gets cut. I know it'll look weird. It'll be like 5 her past 6, however many straight. But again, this is a fighter you have to look at. You actually have had to watch what she does and how her fights got arranged and everything to understand why they keep her around. So
I think it's pretty obvious. Yeah. And,
whoops! I gotta fix this. Thank you. Some in the comments.
Graphic.
No, I put that. I put for Loopy. I put that the fight was a 180-pound.
I thought you said that. Did you actually tweet that out too?
I tweeted that out to America.
Oh.
Through the MMAfighting.com Twitter channel.
180. So they came in about 60 pounds under the limit?
60 pounds. So a real professional came in 60 pounds under.
That's making a statement. 60 pounds under your contracted weight limit. That is a statement.
Thank you, YouTuber, for correcting me. Let me make sure. Let me double check here. 120. Okay, thank you. I gotta say this person's name. They deserve it. Thank you for saving me from further embarrassment. Where did that go? Anyway,
are you done
Karen
correcting your
Taylor,
mistakes?
No, Karen Taylor. Thank you for correcting me. I did send it. I fixed the tweet. I think. Whatever. It's we all know what we did. Hopefully, no one screenshotted it.
Wait, can no one hear me?
I've got a message from Slack that says I have now lost Twitter access. So
they're changing all the passwords now.
One strike. What, guys? We got a 1 strike policy around here, and let's be honest, that wasn't my first strike.
Who's this gentleman?
Is this Mirzakhanov?
He's too big for the camera.
Official weight 204 pounds for Azamat Mirzakhanov.
As 204 for Azamat Mirzakhanov, and his bout with the once again slimmed down Devin Clark is official. We are cruising.
Tell me everything you know about this Mirzakhanov.
On to someone a friendly comment on the YouTube. Azamat Mirzakhanov undefeated so far. I believe his debut was delayed quite a few times, but there's definitely some steam behind him. Yeah. He had he's supposed to debut in 2021 after the Contender Series. Yes, after the Contender Series, and just all these fights fell through. I think none of them on his end. I believe it was his opponents withdrew or weren't cleared to compete every time. But 11-0, 1-0 now in the UFC. He did win his debut. Who did he beat? He beat Tayfon Nchukwu.
By a knee.
Knocked him out. Yes, knocked him out. He's 10 of his 11 fights by finish, all but 1 finish in the first round. So you can see why there's quite a bit of hype behind this young man. He's fought for Brave. He's fought for Fight Nights Global. He's fought for some big promotions. So I'd love to see the odds on this. I imagine Devin Clark probably an underdog, which sounds crazy.
Yeah. Well, 76% of the people on Tapology are predicting Mirzakhanov to win. He's one of the bigger favorites, not the biggest favorite in the card.
Yeah.
According to Tapology, the biggest favorite is who do you think it is? Who do you think the biggest favorite is?
Who do I think the biggest favorite? Oh, let me take a look here.
Just on straight picks.
Oh, you're talking about like based on Tapology?
Yeah.
How can you tell? Oh, it shows all the percentages.
All the predictions by people.
I'm gonna say it's Yasmin Haragi.
That is true. That is it. She is by far the heaviest favorite.
Yeah, there's a lot of hype around her. I know there's a lot of hype. And again, Yasmin Lucindo. I want to remember Yasmin Lucindo. I think she has more pro bouts than Yasmin Haragi, but is only 20 years old.
Oh wow!
So I know it is pretty crazy. She's 20 years old with 17 pro fights.
Oh, you know what? You know what? I forgot. But let's talk about the cards the fights that dropped off this card.
Sure. Oh yes, go ahead.
Two really good fights actually that were very important to the division. Aspen Ladd versus Cedric McMahon, and even bigger, Alexia Grasso versus Viviana Araujo. That was a very important fight for the flyweight division, and that's a bummer that Grasso couldn't make it. I think was it visa issues. Do we know that or?
It was. I don't think we know why.
No, it wasn't
undisclosed.
Declared. Yeah, it wasn't disclosed.
I'm just looking at. Alexia Grasso has had so many weird, so many canceled and postponed bouts.
All of it.
Right? In the past few years.
Whoa. Jose, you're sitting on your microphone.
It's.
I'm gonna turn him down. Sorry.
So, Casey, what did you say? What was the percentage for Yasmin Haragi?
Thank you.
She's 92% of fans are picking her to win. 92%.
For two people making their debut, that's crazy. So hey, listen, people on Typology are very informed, very smart MMA fans. So they're familiar. They're familiar.
Wow,
with
you know who the giant underdog is? Angela Hill. A lot of hype behind Loopy right now.
Loopy's looking good. And they saw the Jen Jaroba fight. I think they think Loopy might be able to do some of the same thing to Angela Hill. She cuts a very fast pace.
Her last Loopy's last fight was so good. It was one of the best 3-round dominant mixing in the martial arts I've seen in a while. It was, when I watched Loopy's last fight, I was seriously jealous. I was like, oh my god, that's how I dream I could fight. The way she transitioned between martial arts, changing levels, it was just like. But she has a much tougher opponent, a much different opponent this time with Angela Hill. So let's see if that same sort of game plan will work against Angela Hill, or she'll change it up. It would seem Loopy's path to victory would put Angela on her back and try to keep this from being a primarily stand-up fight. You would think that, but who knows? Loopy's no slouch on the feet either.
No, you can understand why the odds are where they are. But yeah, this is a huge step up for Loopy. Again, her wins are over good fighters, but nowhere near the level of experience or someone who's fought as strong competition as Angela Hill. Ariana Carnelosi, Loma Lukbunmi, and Silvana Gomez Juarez. Those are Loopy's 3 UFC victories. And again, good wins. But we are talking now about a ranked fighter. Angela Hill, despite the losses, again, she's only lost to competition. Still holding down the number 14 spot in the MMA fighting global rankings. I'm pretty sure she's also ranked.
And it's due to her level of competition. That's important. That's important.
It's big. It is really big.
Competition. Yeah. So cool. Let me hit the questions now. Yeah, look at it.
You just want me to pronounce his name. Mikaluli Bedlashi. No way I nailed that. Angela Hill is must see TV. Hollywood or pro wrestling would suit her. Yeah, I agree. I think it was long overdue when the UFC finally started using her as an on-air personality. She's great with social media, hilarious tweeter. So yeah, I mean she just knows how to put on a show.
Yeah. Yeah. It will be.
Joseph Boza, this is her first test. Yeah, this is a first test, first real big test for Loopy for sure.
Yeah, if you want to be considered, you want to kind of be in that upper echelon of the strawweights. Unfortunately, you're gonna have to beat Angela Hill.
And there's no shame in losing Angela. If Loopy loses to Angela Hill, it was just okay, now we have a better gauge. This is her 11th pro fight, so okay, we have a better gauge of where Loopy is a prospect, how much longer she has to go. So I expect her to win if she loses. This is for me as a no risk matchup for Loopy Godinez. Actually, has a lot of her appearances been because she's taken so many on short notice. So she really is of the attitude I'm just going in and getting experience and win or lose. So that's a good attitude for a young prospect to have.
Oops.
Troy is filming. Says Angela Hill is such a positive vibe. We should all strive to be as cool. I agree, guys. Please be positive. MMA is supposed to be fun. We can't say this enough. Sorry guys, I did not put up a poll. Like I said, we're juggling a few things here. If Mike were here, I'd have a little bit extra time to throw a poll, but I do get the sense that Casey, I don't know if you'd agree, there's not that much enthusiasm over this card compared to, I don't know, some other
I
cards?
feel like we go to the same conversation for every
We
fight
do.
night. It's
Yep.
same. It's like, it's like they're fight nights. They're free cards. We're not paying extra money for these cards. These are cards create next contenders. Angela Hill versus Lupi. The main event, if Cheeto wins, heck, I mean, like, is it the GOAT's fighting? Dominic Cruz is fighting. He fights.
I know.
He only fights like once a year now. So like, this is a big thing, guys. Everyone,
let's talk about the main event. Let's talk about the main event while I wait for some more questions.
Real quick, before
please.
We talked about this comment. Such a positive vibe. This is so true. I mean, you can watch it in my behind the scenes video from my first fight, but when I left the cage after my victory, which I was very fortunate to get, I was actually kind of bummed because I didn't get a finish. And then Angela Hill just like hits me on the shoulder and she's like, and she started screaming something. I don't know what she screamed. I started screaming too, and it just put me in such a good vibe. So yes, Angela Hill has all the positive vibes, and I did actually hear her screaming at me during the fight of like something like go for the triangle or something, and I was like, oh yeah, I heard you. Like, I just heard this shrill yelling. It was Angela Hill, so she is a positive vibe.
Angela, forever tied to the greatest debut in amateur MMA history. Possibly the greatest debut in amateur MMA. Casey, do we know when you might be fighting again? Do we have any idea? Targeting.
I wanted to fight like mid-September, but life got in the way. I had to do a big move at the house, and this would really take up a lot of my time. And I just started like last week getting back into training and going to a new gym. I trained with he was my coach, Victor Henry, the other day.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, he was showing me some cool cranks and stuff, and so yeah. And last night I trained gi and a gi, but which I rarely do. I trained with he was coaching the class. He fought in the UFC, but he lost, unfortunately. Bruno Souza. I think he went 0-2 in the UFC, but he's a super cool guy, and he's a black belt. And so yeah, so I am training at California Mixed Martial Arts now in Gardena, California, and I got a couple. See, I even got a couple of bruises on my forehead. Had some sparring. Where is it? Yeah, there.
That looks like cut. Yeah, that's almost like a scratch almost. That's
yeah. So yeah, I got my leg is all beat up. So I'm an old person right now, and I'm sparring with a bunch of like young 20-year-old killers right now. So it's not fun and also awesome. So yeah. So let's find out. I'll have a better answer for you in a couple weeks.
Someone just quoted you as saying, "I'm concerned with the date, not the opponent."
Yes.
You can use mine.
All right.
I thought we had movement at the scale. Yeah, it looks like they're getting a position for someone. Tyson Nam. Thank you, Jose. Jose's informed us it will be the veteran Tyson Nam.
The WSOF veteran.
The almost everything veteran. The man has he's been around.
I think he fought in Elite XC. I think he did fight in Elite XC.
Ironically, he never did end up. No, he did fight for Bellator eventually later, but not immediately after the knocking out Dudu.
That was one of the biggest upsets of the year at the time.
Yeah, but they didn't sign him right away. There was I can't remember the reason why.
Next to the scale, Tyson Nam.
He has such a story. I've interviewed him like a couple times. Every time I interview him, like his story is just so. What a winding road to get to the UFC and all this other stuff. For sure. Just crazy.
Official weight 126 pounds for Tyson Nam.
126 for Tyson Nam. His bout with O'Day Osborne is now official. And we are just waiting on Martin Budai.
Oh wait, sorry. Who are we waiting on?
Just waiting on Martin Budai. That is it.
That it? Oh my goodness! Wow, and he's a heavyweight.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a heavyweight,
which could mean he's anywhere. He could show up in the next. He could show up in the next 5 minutes, or with 5 minutes remaining, because he's probably nowhere near overweight and is just enjoying a nice sleep and a breakfast.
Okay, I'm gonna play the music to create tension for the next hour.
Okay.
Where is Martin Budai?
This will be Tyson Nam's first fight since January 20th, 2021, 570 days. He was supposed to fight Tagir Ulanbekov, his past 2 bookings. Both times, Ulanbekov withdrew. So Tyson Nam has just been looking for a fight. So again, let's hope that happens on Saturday.
Okay, we're at the 1 hour mark, so I think
we should do a rundown, eh?
I think it's time. Are you ready? Okay.
All right. Yeah, let's do it.
All right, here we go. Let me get my piano set up here. All right, piano.
How does Mike do this? How does Mike do this?
I don't know. You just feel it. I don't know. Here we go. And all right, get this piano. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Ooh. Oh, you are. Did you just tune it? Did you just recently tune the piano? Shh. Oh, sorry. All right, guys. At the top of the UFC San Diego card, we do have an official bantamweight main event as Marlon Vera weighed in at 135.5 for his bout with future Hall of Famer, arguably the greatest bantamweight of all time, WEC, UFC legend Dominic Cruz, who came in, unsurprisingly, championship weight 135, a weight he has made many times in the past. In the penultimate bout of the evening, David Onama fights Nate Landwehr. Onama came in 145, Nate Landwehr at 145.5. We have the Battle of the Yasmins, also on the main card. 2 newcomers, Yasmin Jauregui from Combate Global coming in at 114.5, and 20-year-old Yasmin Lucindo coming in at 116. Tevin Clark returned to the light heavyweight division, made championship weight at 205, and making his sophomore UFC appearance, the undefeated Azamat Mirzakhanov coming in a pound under at 204. Ariana Lipski and Priscilla Cachoeira pushed back from last week. It was a flyweight bout last week. This week it is a bantamweight affair. Lipski at 135.5, Priscilla Cachoeira at 135. And opening the main card is a middleweight bout between Gerald Meerschaert and Bruno Blindado Silva. Meerschaert at 185, Blindado at 186. The featured ESPN preliminary bout is a 120-pound catchweight bout between Angela Hill and Lupi Godinez. It was changed to a catchweight because the bout was supposed to happen in October. Pushed it back, gave the women 5 extra pounds to work with. Angela Hill came in 119.5, Lupi Godinez 119. Lucas Breski, newcomer, UFC newcomer from Poland, made well under the heavyweight limit at 236.5. We are awaiting his opponent, Martin Budai. Nina Nunes making her flyweight debut at 125.5. Cinta Calvillo, I believe, returning to flyweight, also made 125.5. But I think she does plan to return to 115 in the future. Gabriel Benitez returning to lightweight, successfully made 155 on the dot, as did his opponent, Charlie Ontiveros. Flyweights, Ode Osborne came in 125. His opponent, Tyson Nam, who we just saw, came in at 126. Jason Witt and Josh Quinlan, also postponed from last week, was moved up to a 180-pound catchweight bout. So Jason Witt came in 179.5, Josh Quinlan 175, well within range of the agreed-upon weight. And opening the prelims, Yusuf Zalal making his bantamweight debut, successfully hit the mark, 135.5. He faces short notice replacement newcomer, former Cage Fury Fighting Championship bantamweight champion Damone Blackshear, who came in at 134 pounds. And that's where we are. Oh. Wow. Man. You're muted.
I was talking to my piano. I was like,
okay,
you stay over there.
I was waiting. I couldn't hear the lid shut. I was waiting for the lid to shut.
What? I'm a professional. I muted that.
You're so smart. Beautiful accompaniment. Thank you. It really got me through it without Mike here. Mike, I don't know what is our. I should tell people now. What will our preview show?
Mike. Oh, it's gonna. Mike, our preview show is gonna be 11:30 Pacific, 2:30 Eastern, and Mike will be back. Oh, Mike, look what we got! Look what we got!
It's Martin Budai.
Official weight 266 pounds for Martin Boudai.
266. So forget what I said about I thought he's well under. He still made weight. Doesn't matter. You get a 1 pound allowance for non-title bout. Martin Boudai, 266. His fight with newcomer Lucas Bresky is official. And I unless I'm reading it wrong, I guess our whole card is official, Casey?
Yeah.
No missed weights. Look at that. No red.
No missed weight. 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 No. I'm really sorry about that, guys. If Mike was here, that would not have happened. We try to be professional, but that's exciting. Look at that. No missed weights with 55 minutes to go.
So we're gonna, should we spend the next 55 minutes talking about the Sandman and Station 11? What do you want to talk about?
Oh, Station 11, I can't yet. I haven't finished.
Yeah, we can't yet.
I'm only halfway. Sandman, I would love to. I know Jose would. Jose has a lot. Yeah. Jose and Doc have talked about it quite a bit already. But no, I guess we will have some sort of face-offs. Oh, I actually, Jose, what is the face-off situation today?
They're doing ceremonial weigh-ins, so
ceremonials. All right, that's a wrap.
There will be ceremonials later today, so proper ceremonials, guys. So yeah, you won't need to. No more weigh-in talk from us. No more. We will have a preview show, as Casey just mentioned, 11:30 a.m. local time. If you're in San Diego or Las Vegas or just on the weirdo West Coast, it's 11:30 a.m. For you guys on real time, the one true time zone, 2:30 p.m. Eastern time. Mike will be here. I apparently will be here, as will Gene El-Shadi and Casey, of course, will be here. But everyone, please, can we have some J's in the chat, please, for Jose? Please thank Jose, as always, for being the man on site, giving you this beautiful, crisp video. We're not going to do another rundown. We just gave you one, ahead of Martin Boudai. But all you need to know is everyone made weight. Everyone made weight, guys. You can check out the results on MMAfighting.com. If you see some funny weights in there, it's because a couple of bouts are catch weight bouts. Nobody missed. 13 fights official so far. Let's hope that it stays that way when fight night rolls around. 26 fighters on weight. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Jose, again.
Find out in the preview show.
Before we go, Ed Pravat. Find out in the preview show. Who you guys got, Cheeto or Dom? We will break it down more thoroughly on the preview show. Jay's in the chat. I see some Jay's popping up. Respect to Jose Youngs. Thanks again, Jose. Thank you, Casey Lyon, producer extraordinaire. And thank you guys for watching. You guys are the best. Alexander Cayley signing off for now for the MMA Fighting UFC San Diego official weigh-in show.